Ed Reinecke's contribution to California's border surveillance was revealed only hours before government officials announced they were severely restricting, if not abandoning, Project Intercept altogether. Mexican and American officials adopted today a joint communique of last June in which each pledged cooperation in stamping out drug traffic. Representatives of the two governments will meet again October 27th in Mexico City for further planning. The announcement of the suspension of Operation Intercept, which has caused tens of thousands of headaches to American tourists and cost at least that many dollars to Mexican businessmen, was welcome news on both sides of the border. Ben Williams reporting for Eyewitness News from Sacramento.
Well, it's a very simple, straightforward suggestion, and I happened to come across the idea myself in conjunction with two of the commissions on which I serve. One was knowing the tremendous capacity of the computers that we have here in Sacramento, particularly the Department of Motor Vehicles. The other was realizing that at the border, and part of the whole objective of Operation Intercept, is the fact that there's certain information that comes to customs officials by means that I don't really know, that says a certain car, a certain license number is carrying such and such an amount of narcotics. The system at the present time does not lend itself to a high percentage of capture simply because there's no mechanism by which these numbers are recorded. It's just a matter of typing them on a card or a piece of paper, giving them to the customs officials at the border. They in turn try to memorize these numbers. But there may be, I'm told, as many as 50 numbers a day, and those cars may not come over the same day they're reported. So it's an obvious, very difficult problem in memory. Well, all I did was to say, let's reduce this to computer type memory. So now what is being done in cooperation with the state and the federal government. We're simply tying in the Department of Motor Vehicles $16 million computer that had some spare capacity into the border so that when these information numbers come in, the suspected vehicle license plates, they simply are typed into the computer. Then as a car comes up to the border station, the customs inspector, who will now have a teletype machine in the little booth, simply types the license number onto that keyboard. Then he goes about interrogating and looking at the car. It takes less than 10 seconds for this information to be transmitted to Sacramento, back to the border. It retypes the license number so that he's certain that there was no mistake, and then just the word yes or no. If it happens to be yes, that tells the customs inspector that this is one of the cars on which they had advance information. So he pulls that car off to the side and does a very thorough job. And so with this, we hope to pick up 100% of the cars on which we have such advance information. And it's a tremendous thing, never been done anywhere in the country before. The federal government was very excited about it. They worked with us, talking with all people, Justice, Treasury, Customs, state people. Nobody's ever seen a system implemented as fast as this.